there? This is Seto, and today for you guys, we'll be profiling my friend Suji's True Draco deck. It's not True Draco Zoo like he was telling me earlier, but it's True Draco. I know it's very meta relevant, and you guys probably have seen this deck a lot of lately, but he's got a lot of insight on it, and I thought you guys would enjoy that for that reason. So without further ado, we will get started, so let's Suji take over.
Hey guys, this is my post-June ban list deck. I was playing True Draco Zoo for a little while, also Pure Zoo, but when I kind of first played this deck, kind of on a whim, I really liked it. It's like doesn't even need to run any floodgates really. You can just like, this deck is like pure interaction. It's like you don't even need an extra deck really, and you can just play it. But I'm playing a newer build where it's more powerful, but it's like less consistent. So I might just go back to the old build. The old build didn't run any floodgates, and you can just actually just really when this deck just goes off, you can just kind of win games. This deck is a lot of fun. If you're kind of new to the game, if you're just coming into the game, I really like this deck because it's not very complicated to play. You don't need to worry really about any of the fancy rulings, link summoning, none of that, all that jazz. It's a tribute summon deck that's just like really cool. It's kind of reacts to pluses off things your opponent does. It's actually nowhere near broken as Zoo and Pure True Draco, but I'll go ahead and show you guys the deck. So,
wait, are there 40 of these?
Deck should be 40 or 41 cards, I'm not sure. So yeah, running one Massey Maiden, running one Ignis Heat. This card actually kind of sucks going first, but he's really good going second. So when you lose a die roll because you don't run hand traps, you kind of have to run him. 3 Dynamite Knight. He's actually like the best one. 2 Masterpiece. Yeah, you don't want to run 3 in this deck. That's a huge mistake. This guy will clog up your hands a lot. You'll end up clogging from activating a Demise and drawing into multiples of these. It's just almost always bad if you're running 3 of this. Unless you're doing like the trap card, Waterfall of Dragon Souls. Yeah. In fact, I actually side this down to 1, game 2 and 3, because I don't want to see this in my opening hand with a Demise. I hate it. I hate seeing this guy. He's actually kind of a win condition where you just kind of play him later to just seal the game. You don't just really go into him, but he can be clutch a lot of times, but yeah, only 2 of him. 3 Terraforming, 3 Diagram. A lot of people don't know, but Diagram is kind of like you just aggressively play this card to play through your opponent's hand traps, because you don't want their hand traps to hit the best cards in the deck, which are Dualities, Demises, and Heritage if you're trying to draw like 2 to 3 cards. Yeah, so you just draw a lot with this deck. This is kind of a combo piece. Now, regarding, sorry, it's 2 Terraforming, not 3. I'm doing 2 Terraforming because I was clogging way too much on the field spells in hand. It was actually starting to upset me. So this is something I was testing to run 2, and I'm still seeing it so much. I think this ratio is fine. I'm still seeing the field spells too much, and that's why I cut that down to 2 Terraforming. Because Terraforming doesn't really clog with card of Demise, but the field spell, does. So yeah. 3 Duality. This is another card I'm testing. It was at 2. I'm running at 3 now, and it still clogs a lot. It's like so fascinating because whenever you run this card at 3, you just see like all of them in your hand a lot. So this used to be at 2. So yeah, but like this card is just very powerful. Honestly, you could just like I just like cut the 3rd Terraforming for the 3rd Duality, because Duality is just better in the deck. It can just really has the potential to search you the craziest cards you need at any given time, Demise being 1. Demise is like your main card of the deck. So 3 Demises. My friends are borrowing them for Nationals, so yeah, they're clear sleeves right here because they just left the locals and I just gave them to them. So yeah, these are 3 card of Demise. So yeah, you kind of want to just play around their hand traps like Ghost Ashes, especially with things like Diagram. You want to just aggressively use Diagram, really, unless you have no monsters in hand. In that case, then it's whatever. Yeah. But either way,
those are your 3 card Demises that you gave to the guys. I remember.
That I gave to the guys that are going to fly. They're flying to like Chicago tomorrow morning. Yeah. 3 Chalices. You should 100% main Chalice. Quick play spells have a lot of synergy in the deck because you activate the field spell and then you quickly chain any quick play spell card you have. which then, because the field spell diagram does not target, it just you basically just blow up the quick play spell card that's resolving. So when you activate field spell and then your opponent lets it through, then you attempt to activate effect, and then your opponent chains Trident, you just chain Chalice, and then you can go ahead and plus for free because you can just destroy the Chalice that you just activated. It's a really cool combo. You can actually do it a lot. And this also, you have 2 Cosmic Cyclone. I had this at 3. I actually want to run it at 3. This card is like the only card you need to kind of like win mirror, and just, it's like, because the deck has so much back row removal, you don't really need to worry. But a lot of the times there could be like really sacky cards face down, and it's just like makes the mirror match. This is like the one card that will win you the mirror match most of the time. If you just hit their heritage that's activating, or on your turn that you're just gonna trap, do a tribute summon, and you see that they don't have like 4 face down cards or something, you can control that, you know. But it's very important to hit like things like heritage when they use the effect to draw a bunch of cards, and then this is the kind of a blowout card in the mirror. So yeah, this at 3 is very good. I also like chaining it with the field spell. It's really nice. The Monarch Stormforth, I had taken this out to the side, but this card's actually really fucking cool. It's still really cool going second because you could just tribute for your little guys. So one Regeki, this is a deal with zoo boards, to deal with established boards, because the deck doesn't run hand traps. You want to run cards that like clear fields. Your deck is actually not scared of fields and whatever, but you know, sometimes you just draw weak, and then you kind of want to deal with cards that like threaten your field spell for a search, because you don't want, like, you want your field spell to be answered with hand traps. You don't kind of want the field spell to be answered by whatever's on the board. This just like makes it very manageable. 3 of this, 3 heritage. This card's very good going second. I'm now convinced you should just always go second in like the mirror match. Like, honestly, this card just makes the mirror match crazy. That's also why I was thinking of running 3 cyclones, because so that way when my opponent's going second, I can just cyclone away this card. So the mirror match is a lot more handleable. Only 2 True Draco Apocalypse, because you don't want you actually do break on this a lot. Honestly, you don't need to run 3 of this. This is a good ratio for this card, because this card's actually not that amazing. This card is kind of a combo piece, which the deck can search already through the green guy. So with Dynamite Knight, 3 True King's Return, because this is actually like the very good trap card. I'm trying something new with Imperial Order in the main and Skill Drain. This has done nothing for me. I've actually lost a few games because of this card. I'm actually 100% just gonna cut it for like the 3rd Cyclone or something. Skill Drain is actually really cool. I'm liking this a lot. I'm liking it with the Chalice package and then 1 Skill Drain. I've done really cool plays with the Skill Drain today. It's coming clutch. Imperial Order, yeah, just the one of. It's actually still relevant, but for some matchups just doesn't seem to do anything. 3D barrier, because like really, you don't really care about the mirrors. Solemn Strikes don't do anything. You just kind of want to, because you're playing kind of a slow deck anyways, you just want to stop the zoo player's like entire turn. As long as zoo becomes a thing, you should really run 3 of this. You'll understand, you guys. With my older build, is really cool. I had really good zoo matchups, but like if they ever draw the nuts, which are like 2 hand traps, some relevant back row like Cyclone, like full board, if they have rolled high, you need cards like this to kind of slow them down. In the mirror, you don't really care. Mirror is kind of like Saki. Yeah, if you just go second versus the mirror, you should, honest to God, do fine. Because the heritage threatens a lot. Yeah, so there's supposed to be a side deck, actually. This is not in here. This was just like what was left of my Cosmo deck. But I gotta break apart my Boys deck to complete the extra deck. So the extra deck, yeah, this, you just want to run level 5s, rank 5s and 6s, and then rank 8s. Because there are sometimes some games where masterpieces are in the graveyard, etc., and like the extra deck monsters can win your game. So when that's complete, but the extra deck is absolutely irrelevant. So you'll be saving yourself a lot of money if you're not doing the extra deck. For the side deck, 2 Dark Holes. A lot of times, just side in your board wipes when you're going second, and that's it. You just board wipe go. Rivalry of the Warlords, it's actually clutch it's actually MVP versus Zoo. You're like, oh, but like Zoo players, all Beast Warriors. Yeah, but the problem is, like, in the extra deck, they have like Tornado Dragons, Dwellers, all these cards. If they like reverse board wipe you, game 2 and 3, somehow deal with your board out it, and then attempt to do their Zoo shenanigans, yeah, they can't touch anything in the extra deck but like Dryden and whatever. Which is why the deck is really cool, because like you have interaction with a True King Apocalypse to blow up True King's Return. You get rid of their like the one monster that threatens this card or whatever. But you don't want to get kaiju'd. This card's like going second. It's like amazing. You don't want to get kaiju'd. You really don't care. A lot like the decks, they don't even need to kaiju a masterpiece. They'll just kaiju your little guys. The little guys actually plus you. So if they get kaiju'd, you kind of just start losing the game, dude. Like, this card's insane. This card's really good. If it's like a true Draco Zoo deck, yeah, you're just happy seeing this card. They can't summon masterpiece on you. Like, they can't. You don't really care. You don't want to get kaiju'd, especially like, yeah. Your deck doesn't really care. It just cares about like getting kaiju'd. This is the MVP card. This is another D barrier. Yeah, so with True King Apocalypse, I'll show you guys like this card I was talking about earlier. Yeah, so with the combination of this, if you blow up their first normal summon, and a lot of times there are decks that actually main side Twin Twisters, like 3 of them. A lot of them even main Cyclones. Yeah, you don't really care about anything. This is so absurd. It's just a D barrier now. Ends the Zoo player's turn when you deal with their normal summon, unless they have like some other card that's not a continuous card. It's very good versus the Mirror. Mirror is like godlike. Is a blowout card in the Mirror too, and versus like other variations of like True Draco decks and whatever. But versus Zoo, if you just deal with their first normal summon, yeah, they don't have a Barrage or whatever to follow up. This is also like saves you versus Twin Twister. A lot of decks will just do that. They'll just like try to Twin Twister you and go off. In that case, you can't do anything because your back row is very precious. Just to kind of like, it's a combo deck, you know. So you kind of don't want to like lose your big pieces you need like needlessly. Strikes. This is for like going first. You just slide in strikes and yeah, you're fine. This card's amazing. It's amazing versus True Draco Zoo and even Pure Zoo because you just start picking off their extenders. You can easily deal with the first normal summon of the turn, and strike is also kind of helps you with that. When you go first, you can take out like things like chalices and whatever and put in strikes and put in your really strong traps. This kills a field spell. This card's just amazing. And just versus Zoo players, just like, oh, Tenki gone, Barrage gone, whatever, you know. 2 anti-spell. Anti-spell's gonna move up to 3, to be honest. This card's amazing. Versus the Mirror, you just side this in, I guess. I don't, but this is very good for Zoo players. Again, they have that problem where you deal with the normal summon, they can't reach in their extenders and all that jazz.
So is that everything?
Yeah. So yeah, this is the 15 card side deck, 40 or 41 cards main deck. I kind of forget. But yeah, the deck is a lot of fun. If you're kind of near to the game, you need something really competitive. This is basically like a high tier 1 deck. It's like literally the 3rd strongest deck in the game right now.
Second.
It's good going second, going first. This deck is insane. You don't even need to run floodgates. Like with my old build, I ran no skill drains, no period order. It was like 3 terraforming, 3 chalice, 3 cyclone. It was just like the deck you just play, you just go off, man. Like that's it, yeah. But yeah, I'm not running any hand traps on the side, but because like I feel like
so no
ghost dashes do nothing. It's just like you're just -1 card. It's not that big a deal to stop your opponent because like yeah, when you play the deck, you kind of understand how it works. But you just love drawing cards. If you love drawing cards and having like cool like pluses off your own monsters, you don't really even need to floodgate anything. Yeah, the deck is awesome as hell. It's just so good. It's so safe. I feel so safe playing this deck. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Suji, man.
Yeah.
And
also, it's a cheap investment, honestly. No extra deck. So, yeah, you don't need to do an extra.
Field spells like 50 a pop.
Yeah, field spells will probably drop more. But honestly, you could also play the deck without field spells, which is the best part. So yeah, this is the True Draco, True Draco, pure True Draco, not True Draco Zoo. God.
We're tired, guys. It's 1 a.m.
Yeah, it's 1 a.m. I'm exhausted.
We're tired.
I want to go sleep.
All right.
Yeah.
Till next time, guys, take care. Have fun dueling. Good luck dueling. We'll see you guys next time.